What's up, DramaLoop fam? Get ready for a whirlwind of breaking news that's about to blow your minds. First up, we're diving deep into the silence surrounding Wayne Gretzky and his controversial stance on Donald Trump's scandals. Is loyalty to a friend more important than moral responsibility? We're breaking it all down. Next, we're heading to Europe's doorstep, where the Kapıkule border scandal is exposing serious vulnerabilities to Turkish corruption networks. This isn't just a few bad apples. We're talking systemic issues that could have massive implications. What does this mean for the EU's security? Then, the NBA is in an uproar as the Kawhi Leonard scandal with Aspiration takes center stage. Was it a no-show, deal worth a staggering $48 million? The former CEO is finally breaking his silence, and the details are explosive. And finally, we're dissecting the fallout from a WDR interview about the shocking murder of right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk, where journalist Annika Brockschmidt found herself accused of complicity. What really happened in that broadcast? All that and more, right here on DramaLoop. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Wayne Gretzky's silence on Trump's scandals is deafening. For a sports icon like Wayne Gretzky, known for his grace on the ice, his quiet stance on Donald Trump's numerous scandals has become a major talking point, raising serious questions about loyalty versus moral responsibility. The Great One, typically a figure of immense public admiration, is now at the center of a debate that pits his personal relationships against broader ethical considerations. Fans and critics alike are questioning why Gretzky, a man often seen as a role model, has remained so conspicuously silent while Trump faces accusations ranging from business improprieties to more serious allegations. This silence is not just a passive absence of comment. It's a choice that speaks volumes in the polarized landscape of modern public discourse. The expectation for public figures to use their platform for moral clarity is high, and Gretzky's perceived inaction is being scrutinized intensely. Many are wondering if his long-standing relationship with Trump overrides a responsibility to speak out against alleged wrongdoing, or if there's a deeper calculation behind his reticence. The public reaction has been mixed, with some defending Gretzky's right to privacy and others expressing disappointment that he hasn't leveraged his influence to address issues that many deem critical. Social media is ablaze with discussions, and sports commentators are weighing in, dissecting every possible angle of this high-profile non-statement. The core of the debate remains. Does allegiance to a friend mean turning a blind eye to scandal, or does true loyalty demand accountability, even when it's uncomfortable? Stay tuned as we unpack the complex web of allegiances and ethics. Next, we expose the rot at Europe's doorstep with the Kapıkule border scandal. Europe's busiest land border is a hotbed of corruption. The Kapıkule border scandal, involving 38 detained customs officers accused of soliciting bribes, has unveiled a deeply troubling vulnerability within Europe's eastern frontier with Turkey. What was presented as a decisive law enforcement action now appears to be a superficial attempt to placate EU counterparts, failing to address the deeply entrenched systemic corruption. Authorities claimed a sweeping operation, complete with surveillance and evidence of cash exchanges, targeted officials at the Kapıkule border gate, a vital artery for trade and transit between Turkey and the EU. Prosecutors alleged routine extortion from drivers, particularly long-haul truckers, in exchange for expedited or bypassed inspections. Homes of suspects yielded significant amounts of undeclared cash, fueling suspicions of a widespread bribery network. However, the narrative quickly unraveled as the majority of detained officials were released pending trial, with defense attorneys challenging the sufficiency of the evidence. Arguments centered on the speed of inspections and the lack of direct proof of money changing hands, leading to a situation where no customs officials remained in custody by late summer. Furthermore, the warrants issued for over 300 implicated drivers, predominantly Bulgarian nationals, seem largely unenforced, casting further doubt on the probe's integrity. The implications are far-reaching. For the EU, this scandal reinforces existing concerns about Turkey's commitment to border security and integrity, especially given the crossing's role in migration management and the fight against smuggling. For Turkey, it highlights a stark contrast between high-profile anti-corruption campaigns and the reality of entrenched networks thriving within a judiciary perceived as influenced by the executive. The defense's argument that accusations could not stand on evidence underscores the fragility of accountability. Will this scandal shake the foundations of European security? We'll find out. But first, prepare for a bombshell in the NBA world as the Kawhi Leonard scandal ignites. Kawhi Leonard's $48 million deal is under the microscope. The NBA's investigation into the Los Angeles Clippers and owner Steve Ballmer has zeroed in on a massive endorsement deal between Kawhi Leonard and former team sponsor Aspiration, reportedly worth $48 million, which investigators claim lacked any evidence of promotional work. Now, former Aspiration's CEO Andre Cherny is breaking his silence, pushing back against claims that Leonard received a free pass. Cherny has publicly stated that the endorsement contract explicitly outlined Leonard's responsibilities and that the NBA salary cap was never a factor in their negotiations. He also defended a controversial beliefs clause, asserting its standard in celebrity contracts and doesn't exempt Leonard from basic promotional duties like social media posts or appearances. The contract allegedly required only 1 8-hour day of work, 5 social media posts, and additional appearances annually. However, it remains uncertain if Leonard ever fulfilled these minimal obligations. Steve Ballmer, who personally invested $50 million into Aspiration before the deal, claims he was duped by the company. As Aspiration faced financial collapse, further investments from Ballmer and other stakeholders coincided with delayed payments to Leonard, adding layers of complexity to the unfolding scandal. This situation has sent shockwaves through the sports and business communities, with fans debating the legitimacy of the deal and the extent of Ballmer's involvement. Analysts are scrutinizing the financial ties and the implications for league integrity, while social media buzzes with theories about transparency and accountability in high-stakes athlete endorsements. Did Kawhi Leonard truly earn that $48 million? We're digging for answers. But first, a shocking accusation surfaces from a German broadcast regarding the murder of an influencer. Journalist accused of complicity in influencer's murder. A routine WDR interview discussing the assassination of right-wing U.S. influencer Charlie Kirk took a dramatic turn when journalist Annika Brockschmidt was confronted with accusations from social media claiming she was complicit in the crime. This unexpected development cast a shadow over her condemnation of the murder and her analysis of Kirk's controversial political agenda. Brockschmidt, who has closely followed the alt-right movement in the U.S., characterized Charlie Kirk as an extreme right-wing activist whose views were racist, sexist, and homophobic. She cited examples such as Kirk's alleged comments on the qualifications of Black women for high positions and his support for remigration, which she described as an extreme right-wing term for ethnic cleansing. She also pointed to Kirk's controversial statements regarding biblical passages on homosexuality. While firmly condemning Kirk's murder, Brockschmidt emphasized that this did not justify trivializing his misanthropic political project, refuting claims that Kirk was a fighter for freedom of speech, and highlighting his organization's watch list against left-wing professors, which reportedly led to threats of violence. The interview escalated when the WDR presenter revealed that Brockschmidt herself was facing accusations on social media, with users claiming her rhetoric contributed to the murder. Brockschmidt expressed shock and called the insinuation outrageous and bizarre, arguing that such misinterpretations of factual analysis made productive political debate impossible. The incident sparked significant debate online, with many criticizing the presenter's handling of the situation and showing solidarity with Brockschmidt. The radio station later issued a statement, with the presenter regretting his approach and stating he was unaware of the threats Brockschmidt had already received, offering a personal apology. Was the journalist unfairly targeted, or is there more to this story? We'll keep you updated. And now, let's wrap up all the drama with a quick recap. And that's a wrap on today's DramaLoop. We dove into Wayne Gretzky's silence on Trump scandals, exposed the Kapıkule border corruption, uncovered explosive details in the Kawhi Leonard Aspiration deal, and dissected the WDR interview controversy surrounding Charlie Kirk's murder. What a ride. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to DramaLoop for all the breaking news, hit that notification bell so you never miss out, and follow us on all social platforms for more exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.